Jamaica's national heroes dared to challenge the institution of colonialism, and in so doing changed the course of Jamaica's history, giving social and political freedom to its people. Today, the statues of Jamaica's seven national heroes stand in proud acknowledgement and unforgettable symbols of Jamaica's enduring strength. In this documentary, we'll be talking about a numerous amount of national heroes. The first one will be Paul Bogle. Birth date uncertain. Died in 1865. Paul Bogle, a Baptist deacon, was generally regarded as a peaceful man who shunned violence. The, he believed in the teachings of the Bible, endorsing the principles of charity and endurance. Yet he was also a leader of an organizer who knew well the terrains of the land and spent time in educating and training followers. He lived in St. Thomas and led the Morant Rebellion in 1865. George William Gordon, born in 1820, died in 1865. George William Gordon was a free colored landowner and an associate of Bogle. As a member of the House of Parliament, he used his position to highlight the sufferings of the people and to make a plea for changes. The Morant Bay Rebellion and the resultant deaths of Bogle and Gordon precipitated the beginning of a new era in Jamaica's development. The British government became compelled to make changes, including outstanding reforms in education, health, local government, banking, and infrastructure. Nani lived and died in Nannytown. Nani of the Maroons stands out in history as the only female among Jamaica's national heroes. She possessed that fierce fighting spirit generally associated with the courage of men. In fact, Nani is described as a fearless Ashanti warrior who used militarist techniques to fool and beguile the English. Like the heroes of the pre-independence era, Nani too met her untimely death at the age of English, sometime around 1734. Yet, the spirit of Nani of the Maroons remains today as a symbol of the indomitable desire that will never yield to captivity. Sam Sharp, born in 1801, died in 1832. Daddy, Sam Sharp, as he was affectionately called, was to carry on the resistance against slavery, effecting at the young age of 31 the most outstanding slave rebellion in Jamaica's history. Sharp, an educated town slave, was a preacher and spokesman, intelligent and sharp. He followed the developments of the abolition movement by reading discarded local and foreign papers, and was able to advise his followers. Sharp was tired of slavery. He spent months in strategic planning, educating the slaves, and traveling from estate to estate in secret meetings at night, igniting the slaves with inspiring messages of hope, of freedom. The 1831 Christmas Rebellion started in St. James and spread throughout the entire island. The rebellion started on December 28 and lasted 8 days. Sam Sharp was eventually captured and hung at the parade in Montego Bay, which is now called the Sam Sharp Square. Sir Alexander Bustamante was born in 1884 and died in 1977. Alexander Bustamante was an aggressive, outspoken young man who understood the dynamics of labor relations, a charismatic and impressive speaker. He used the media to criticize the prevailing political system and its attendant social problems. He started the Industrial Trade Union in 1938 and was jailed for 17 months following labor riots. He became Jamaica's first chief minister, a position he held until 1954, being knighted that same year by the Queen on August 6, 1962. Jamaica was granted full independence. Norman Washington Manley, born in 1893, died in 1969. Norman Washington Manley founded the People's National Party, which later was tied to the Trade Union Congress and the NWU together with Bustamante. Their efforts resulted in the new Constitution of 1944, granting full adult suffrage. In 1955, Manley was elected Chief Minister. The 400-year British rule, invoking slavery, deculturization, uprising, bloodshed, was not at an end. Marcus Mosiah Garvey, born in 1887, died in 1940. Marcus Mosiah Garvey stands out in history as one who was greatly committed to the conduct of the emancipation of minds. Garvey, who was born in St. Anne, became famous worldwide as a leader who was courageous and eloquent in his call for improvement for blacks. He sought the unification of all blacks through the establishment of the Negro Improvement Association and spoke out against economic exploitation and cultural degeneration. He spent many years in the United States pursuing his goal of the black unification.